huge VTuber drama is probably something that you don't hear that much. And that is because you are not allowed to talk about drama in the VTuber community. It is really rare to see a popular VTuber go on stream or make a video of just them talking about drama. That's something that doesn't really happen, and only a few VTubers can do that and basically still be okay. That is mainly because if you talk about drama in the VTuber community, you get punished. And that punishment is no one will collab with you. And I know what you're thinking. That's not really that much of a big deal. I mean, who cares? There's a lot of extremely popular YouTubers and Twitch streamers who basically collab with no one and they were still able to succeed. Well, the VTuber community is different. Collabing with other people is basically one way for you to succeed. And that is mainly because the community is so oversaturated that is basically giving you a real life head start. That's the main reason why if you go on VTuber Twitter, you'll see a bunch of brand new VTubers going like, hey guys, I'm going to debut, check out my stream. Then when they're done doing their debut stream, they'll go all like, hey, I just finished my stream. I want to go out and make friends with everyone. And then they try to talk to every other VTuber around them. The main reason why they're doing that is because they're basically auctioning themselves out. They hope a VTuber who has more subscribers or more followers than them see them, contact them, they become friends, and then they can basically slurp clout from that VTuber. Basically become a parasite, and that cycle continues until you make it up to the top with all the big girls and big boys. That's the main reason why something that you see that happens a lot in that community is that you'll see two VTubers talking to each other, they stream all the time, you think they are like best friends. But then, the split second one of them become more popular than the other one, they just drop them immediately. Okay, they don't talk to them, they don't do streams with them, because they are now irrelevant and they are now talking to the bigger VTubers who are more popular than them, and they're basically trying to do that until they make it to the top. That's just how the community works. And the VTuber community isn't the only community where that happens in, it's just very obvious to see in there. This probably happens everywhere on the internet. But because no one can talk about drama in that community, it created this weird effect where there's really no in-between in the drama that happens. It's rather something extremely small or just something absolutely huge. Let me give you an example. It will be something like, oh, an extremely popular VTuber said she doesn't like Skittles, and people will be like, how could she say that? It's such a good hard candy. That's unacceptable. And then they'll basically blow that out of proportion and talk about it like it's the biggest thing of all time, even though it doesn't really matter. Or it will be something like, VTuber organization hires a spy to watch their members 24/7 when they're on the internet. And that is something that I didn't just make up. That is something that actually happened. Those are the only two in-betweens of drama. You never have a middle ground where it's just something kind of goofy and everyone could just go and laugh at, like in most other community. Well, today, something like that has actually happened, which is very rare, and this is something that I want to talk about. And the drama is, an extremely popular Hololive VTuber almost lost her career because a lot of her fans thought that she was married with another idol. Now I know what you're thinking. How is that a big deal? Who cares at the end of the day if she's married to someone else? You probably think that because you're most likely normal and you don't really care that much, but people in the VTuber community, that is an extremely big deal to them. Okay, there's a reason why most VTubers don't talk about their relationship at all. Because a group of your audience will learn that they're dating someone and they'll just completely lose it. You've probably seen a lot of people talk about this before, the whole tier 3 subs, where there's a group of people who watch these VTubers and they're just the living definition of losers. Okay, they probably think that if I donate a lot of money to this random internet girl, maybe she will like me more and she has to give me this girlfriend experience, which is just extremely sad, especially for doing it to a VTuber, because you're basically talking to just a JPEG. But you also shouldn't really be surprised, because this is the same community where something that you see a lot is that if a popular VTuber starts streaming, someone will text in the chat that you look good today, even though it's a JPEG, and they look exactly the same every single day. But I'm getting distracted. The Hololive VTuber is, and by the way, I am probably going to get these people's name severely wrong. I'm not really that good, so if I do, please forgive me. Yeah, I got the name wrong. I think it's Suicide, and watch that still be wrong. but I'm just gonna hope that I got it right this time. The blue hair one, and a lot of her fans end up getting mad because they thought that she may be dating. Yeah, I got his name wrong too. It is Daisuke Santama, and I really hope I got it right this time. Now, I know what you're thinking. How did they come down to this conclusion? What ended up happening was when the male idol was on stream and he was playing that one game that everyone is playing for some weird reason, he ended up getting a message. And when the message popped up, he basically panicked immediately. He was like, oh no, and he kind of just ended stream. And the people watching the stream saw the message, and it looked like the Hololive girl. So a lot of people were wondering, why are they texting each other? What's going on? And then some people in the community just went absolutely insane. They went on every single Reddit and they were just coming up with the most wild conspiracy theories known to man. They were walking around saying stuff like, that one message prove that they're dating, no, that they're probably married and they're living together and she is betraying us. How dare she does something like this? She doesn't deserve to have a career. She is an absolute loser. Okay, some of them were absolutely losing it. Now, when this ended up happening, it was actually a really small section of the community because, shocking to absolutely no one, the majority of her community didn't really care that much. So she ended up making a statement on stream talking about the situation, and she basically just friend-zoned the man, which I actually feel really sad for him, because what if he actually did like her, and then he checks out this clip just to see that she just got completely friend-zoned, but she basically hit them with the, oh, I like him as a friend, and that's it. You know, I respect him, because we are kind of both idols, and we both do the same thing. We are not in a relationship, and she basically just walked away from that, and the one thing that's extremely sad from this situation is the amount of praise that she is getting from the community. That's how you know how bad stuff is in that community, where her saying just something that simple, like, oh, I just like him as a friend, you have tons of other VTubers and people who cover VTuber drama going like, I can't believe she decided to say something like this. This shows a side of maturity. This proves that she's just the best VTuber out there, a true alpha in the community, which is just extremely funny and sad to think about that's how bad it truly is. Now, after this whole situation ended up happening, there's a lot of people in the community saying that it was antis who were trying to take her down. If you have absolutely no clue what that is basically what the VTuber community call haters. I have no idea why some communities like to come up with brand new words to basically explain something that we already have a word for. I'm assuming it just makes them feel more special, and they're like, yeah, I know what this means and no one else does. It's just something extremely weird. But basically, a lot of people were saying in the community that it wasn't fans of her who was extremely angry. It was basically her haters trying to take her down, which is something that I don't really believe at all. I don't understand why a lot of people don't want to admit this, and I know why, because this is just something extremely sad, but in the VTuber community, they are some turbo losers in there, okay? They are literally living definitions of incels, and they probably was a very small section of her audience who were extremely pissed off that she was potentially dating someone. And let's be honest, those hyper losers are probably the same people who are giving you thousands of dollars. They're probably the whale inside of your community, which is the main reason why when any big VTuber scandal like this ended up happening, where they may have a mistress, I actually don't know what's the male word for mistress. I don't even know if they have one, but I'm just gonna call them that. Where if they may be dating someone, that's the main reason why the VTuber wants to just end that rumor immediately. This is a problem in the VTuber community, and I don't think just ignoring it and pretending that every time when something like this happens, it's all haters. I don't really think that's the right way to fix the problem, but I'm not really in the VTuber community. I'm just a chronically online man who likes stupid internet drama, and that is your dose of huge VTuber drama. My name is Lua. This is the something that I wanted to talk about. You have a good day or night. See ya.